So, hi there everybody, I'm Robin Retallick of the Law of Attraction Club, and this is our short summary. We do a summary call, short call with Tara here before each of our 3 calls for the week, and you're invited to join at least 2 of those calls because they're open calls. And so here's the theme for the week this week, and if there's more, obviously there's a lot packed into this summary. Every word is significant. But if we go into it more length clearly in those calls, and we have a chance to answer all of your questions. So come along and answer your questions. So this week's call is all about what is the real purpose of your life? And it's also about the tapestry of expectations you have that creates everything in your world. And thirdly, perhaps the third thing is that by being in a place of being happy about where you are, if you can be comfortable where you are and who you are, that puts you in the best possible position to move to somewhere else. So here's Tara. For as long as you are confused about why you are here, for as long and for much as you see it as dealing with the trappings of your creation, dealing with that world out there, you're going to be a little off course in your quest for power. If you see it as dealing with those people out there, you're going to be a little off course. And if your reaction to that is that you are not seeking power, we say, oh yes you are, or rather you are seeking to be in the flow of creation, which means stepping into the role you came here to play. By law of attraction, you can have, be, or do anything. So let's not mince words here. That's power. And if that word feels uncomfortable to you, that discomfort is a perfect illustration of what we want to discuss here today. If you see yourself living in a one-version world, a world you share with everybody else and you have to deal with, then you probably equate power with being in a position of power in that physical world. And you may be thinking you have no desire to be in one of those positions or to be like the people that are in them. But you are not in a one-version world. From an infinite range of possibilities, moment by moment, you are choosing which version of the world to inhabit. And that's the point. You already have the power. This discussion is all about recognizing it and consciously exercising it. By what you have chosen to believe in that past of yours, you have created a tapestry of expectations which forms the blueprint for your context, the world that wraps itself around you. This blueprint resides mostly in what we will loosely call your subconscious. As you made belief choices, you stored those beliefs away and mostly forgot about them. Every belief, of course, comes with its own life support system, because once the choice is made, everything you encounter, by law of attraction, lines up with that belief. Choosing one belief over another automatically relegates that other belief to some inferior place. As you make a choice, you step into a new version of you and the world around you. The people in that version of the world will believe as you do. And pretty soon you stop thinking of these artifacts of your creation as choices. They become just the plain, ordinary, normal facts of life that everybody knows. So you've got this tapestry with every belief choice you ever made, countless millions of them. And if it's this tapestry and nothing else that determines everything you experience, can you see why it's important to explore that subconscious of yours, to rediscover those choices you made, to find those which are no longer serving you, and by making new choices, to change your world? This is what you came here to do. Every other purpose you might choose to adopt is secondary to that, because you chose this space-time world to experience the joy of creating new things in it, and that's how you do it. Firstly, it is necessary to recognize, as we have been describing, that you don't discover how things are, you create how things are. At first, this might seem counterintuitive, but nothing exists in your world except that which you believe is there or is possibly there. If you read somewhere that studies have shown or scientific tests have shown, and you choose to believe what you read, then you have now created a version of your world with more detail in it. But until you made that choice, that detail didn't exist. And you will not read tomorrow that the sun will rise in the west if you have chosen to believe that that's impossible. You know that many of these concepts may be upside down from the way you are used to seeing things. But if this is starting to make sense to you and you can get your mind around it, then consciously you now know the way it works. But most of your interactions are programmed at the subconscious level. So how do you get that conscious intellectual understanding to become a part of the fabric of your being, to be within you, ongoing and ever present? Well, you use the same mechanism that put that tapestry together in the first place. You practice those new beliefs, that new way of seeing the world, until it becomes a part of you. Begin by being in the present with who you are now, and now, and now. You will never be anywhere else but here and now. It's always going to be here, wherever that may be. It's always going to be now. So be here and now consciously. See who and what you are here and now. Accept yourself as you are here and now. Examine your tapestry devoid of the need for it to be different. Be you right now, not someone else. Be here right now, not somewhere else. By embracing yourself here and now, as you are here and now, you become sufficiently at one with yourself, at peace with yourself, in love with yourself, to start the journey to being someone else and somewhere else. There is nothing about you that is true except the absolutes. You're a part of the collective consciousness of all that is, and you are creating yourself and your world by your choices. Everything else is a belief you have put in your tapestry. Simply explore it. And here's the kicker. As you do that, you enroll that hugely powerful subconscious of yours to help you in this exercise rather than hinder you. There is no more important task your subconscious can possibly help you with than this. This is the whole point to your life. This is your main tent. Everything else is a sideshow. When you change a belief, you step into a new version of you. You are literally a different person. So we encourage those steps. We encourage you to get in touch with those beliefs. Examine them as if they were the building blocks of your life, because that is exactly what they are. Decide with each whether or not it serves you and whether or not you will change it. To change or not to change is the whole point of this game of yours. It is why you exist. And as you choose to see things from that perspective, you step more and more consciously. You step more and more surely into exercising the power that is your birthright. And that's when the fun really starts. So that's the summary for our coming week. We have calls on Saturday, Tuesday and Thursday. And of course, as I said, you're welcome to at least 2 of those calls. You can go through to the links on this slide, or you can click the links that we'll be putting up here in the annotations, and that'll take you to more information about us and about the questions that you can ask and the way in which you can get your answers. So come join us. Let's have some fun. Thanks for joining us. See you soon. Bye for now.